Hey, what's up? What's going on, everyone? Today I wanted to talk about the exciting news and the update that came out of Blizzard a couple of days ago. We'll discuss the future of Classic WoW, Season of Discovery, Era, and of course the elephant in the room, the Classic Plus. I wish I could have recorded and released this a little bit sooner, but Blizzard announcement coincided with my back-to-back 12-hour work shifts, where I work in my daytime. So anyway, here it is, 2 or 3 days later. So it all starts with Blizzard announcing about ending content for Season of Discovery and shifting developers to a new and undisclosed project. Here's the blue post talking about it. The first thing the post mentions is that SOD players who have completed Balnazar encounter will get free Mists of Pandaria Classic boost. Peculiar how they refer to Mists of Pandaria as Classic when it could not be further from actual Classic we all came to love. So with that, Blizzard is promoting their dwindling population of quote-unquote Classic that keeps progressing past Cataclysm and pushing SOD players in that direction. I mean, the closest thing to SOD is certainly either Era or Anniversary servers that will eventually progress to the Burning Crusade, not Mists of Pandaria, by far shot. But anyway, that's not the important part. The most important paragraph of this whole announcement is, and I will read, Season of Discovery was a success beyond their wildest imagination back in 2023. We've learned so much. We grew as a team, both literally and figuratively, and we've been invigorated for the future like never before. The future of Season of Discovery is somewhat bittersweet, as we've made the decision to slow down, in other words, end Season of Discovery and begin work on our next major project in the original WoW design space. There we have it. When they say slow down, I mean they did announce there's not gonna be another phase, so that's pretty much end of Season of Discovery. You can keep playing, but there won't be any new content. Now, was Season of Discovery really a success? Well, it depends. It depends from which side to look at it. If you look at it as a standalone offshoot of Classic, or as Blizzard marketed it a seasonal event, it was a failure, with population taking a huge drop every time new phase and new content is released. The incursions that were not fixed on time, I mean, the list goes on. But if you look at it as a pre-alpha or testing grounds for Classic Plus, I would argue that it was indeed a success. Blizzard was able to learn from what players liked, what they didn't, what made players quit, and what made them come back. I hope they did take really good notes. Now, of course, Blizzard will never say in a blue post that our latest project was a dumpster fire, right? That'll never happen. But if we were to look at Season of Discovery as a test run for Classic Plus, then I would argue that it was indeed a success, as some things were great and some things straight out sucked and made players quit, which would indicate to Blizzard what to avoid in the actual Classic Plus release. That paragraph ends with saying that the team will now work on another major project in the original WoW design space. What could that be? The Burning Crusade for Anniversary? Phase 5? Maybe Mists of Pandaria. It can be. There is little to work to be done on those. They're all done content. It's all been released and released again and again before. There's nothing to really work there. It definitely cannot be called a major project, any of that. So what is the next major project that Classic WoW could have? That exactly. It has to be the Classic Plus. There's nothing else. So where does it leave us, the players? Well, if you play Season of Discovery, you can certainly continue, but there won't be any new content, and servers will see another population drop now after that announcement. Whether you like it or not, there will be a population drop. So you can go play Mists of Pandaria, get your free boost if you like that type of content. But there's, of course, the new fresh Classic that we've asked for so many years, the Anniversary servers, where I currently play, and which I would recommend for the Season of Discovery crowd. We have the healthiest population, new content, new to the server content being released, and the Burning Crusade to look forward to. Now, before we continue, I wanted to ask you all for a small favor. If you find this at least a bit informative or interesting, please like and subscribe. Help me reach my monetization goals. I'm a starting creator and I have achieved 2 out of 3 YouTube requirements for becoming a YouTube partner. I am only missing subscribers right now. I would really appreciate that if you could. Now, Blizzard did announce that Anniversary will progress to the Burning Crusade, but they said nothing about Wrath of the Lich King. It's odd because about equal proportion of the population of players demanding Classic Fresh were wanting Wrath. It's about equal. The era people that were asking for Era, people who were asking for the Burning Crusade, and people who were asking for Wrath are about somewhat equal. So it's very odd that Blizzard satisfied the Era crowd, promised the Burning Crusade for the TBC crowd, but made no mention or promises for the Wrath. So you also have to understand that companies like Blizzard make plans for years, if not decades in advance. They don't just sit at a conference table and decide, let's make this or that or release this version next month. They have standing plans for the company for games and releases for at least 5-6 years in the future. I mean, I work in middle management for a major corporation myself, and even at my level, we have 90-day, 1-year, and 3-year plans. I think Blizzard made no Wrath commitment or even a mention of it because they don't know themselves will they release it or not yet. Due to Classic Plus plans for the end of 2026 or start of 2027, right when the Burning Crusade at the accelerated schedule will be running out of content. Now, why they don't know yet? Because if Classic Plus does turn out to be good, and oh god, I hope it does, it will kill all other versions of Classic from Anniversary to Pandaria. Now, I'm not saying everyone will play Classic Plus, but it will be enough players to cause the snowball effect. Players leaving other versions. Now, if Classic Plus will be a fiasco, then Blizzard will need other Classic versions to continue to retain the Classic population. Then we will definitely see Anniversary Wrath, and who knows what else. Blizzard is also expected to make a major announcement at BlizzCon 2026 that is directly related to Classic World of Warcraft. So everything is pointing out to Classic Plus at the end of 2026 or start of 2027. Now, what Classic Plus will actually be, sadly nobody knows. I just hope Blizzard takes approach like the old school RuneScape, where players vote on and take active part on the content they want to see in the game. It's just very, very hard to say that I trust the nowadays Blizzard to make a solid and great version of really anything. Now, I certainly hope for the reworked PvP mechanics, the rank mechanics, more world PvP events. I think those were a success. Wayland supply crates were awesome. It was an awesome way to make professions matter more. All the recipes that nobody ever makes and nobody ever wears were suddenly useful. Reworked dungeons, new and reworked raids. I mean, maybe even a new class or a new race while keeping it classic. I mean, the sky is the limit for what can be done in Classic Plus. Well, no, actually, I take that back. The Blizzard is the limit. Blizzard can make Classic Plus truly shine and revigorate the experience, or it can make another dumpster fire. But in any case, I'm excited. I mean, I really am excited. I wish Classic Plus does get to see the light of day, and I wish it would be as awesome as it could be. It has so much potential. Anyway, those are my thoughts and my predictions. So to conclude, I think the Classic enjoyers definitely have a lot to look forward to. And for the SOD crowd, come on over to the Anniversary servers for a couple of years. We'll gladly have you.